is total quality management. That's what our group is talking about today. How good is good enough? Well, we're going to start off, and I'm going to tell you what total quality management is. Then I'm going to pass you on to Aaron, who's going to tell us why do business uses it. And then over to James for how is it used in our business. And then over to Sean, who's going to talk about the elements of total quality management. And finally, Vincent's going to talk about the characteristics. Well, total quality management is a well-structured management system. The main key is to make sure that your customer is 100% satisfied with everything you're doing. The aim of total quality management is to sustain customer satisfaction 100%. The more brainstorming you do, the more problem solving you do, the more feedback you get from your customer, the better your product's going to be. Total quality management's been around for a good 70 plus years. It goes all the way back to World War I. It started off in the 1940s by a Japanese man called Ishikawa, and he invented the fishbone diagram, which you see later. And that describes how well organized total quality management is. Now, for the last 70 years, total quality management has been nitpicked, and now it is near perfection. Every business should use it because it is really the best. Such thing's perfection, but of course it tries. I'm now going to pass you on to Aaron for why we use total quality management.
Hello, I'm Aaron Ross, and I'm going to talk to you about why we use TQM. The main reason we use total quality management is to help an organisation to improve its effectiveness. Without TQM, a business would lack productivity and be very likely to fail. TQM also helps businesses or organisations to adapt to a new market, i.e. a changing market. This is important for a business to keep up with competitors. This system is also used to ensure that employees' performance is up to scratch and to improve teamwork within a business. TQM improves products and services, but it also helps a company or business adapt new philosophies. It is useful if a business is struggling to keep up with current markets. Schools and churches, as well as competitors, have adapted to TQM. The dialect process has served the purposes of contemporary change agents in every sector of society, as well as around the world. It has been used to change individual minds and attitudes, as well as communities and nations. To its globalist leaders, it is the primary tool for developing compliant, politically correct servants of the 21st century community. Without TQM, businesses would be certain to struggle to keep up with a market that is constantly changing. I will now pass you on to James O'Donovan, who's going to talk about how to use TQM.
I'm James O'Donovan, and today I'm going to speak about how total quality management is implemented in any company. There are many elements to consider to implement total quality management successfully. I'll go through some of the main ones I learned about. Communication is key. Communication should be starting with management and directors and should go right down through to frontline staff. Learning about the company's guiding principles and mission statements is also key. For example, Google's mission statement is to make the world's info universally accessible and useful to all. And I'm sure they did follow this up, and that mission statement is to make the world's information universally accessible and useful to all. Another element to consider is the internal customer. Employee should take ownership of each element and task that they go through, and this will make them feel important no matter how big or small the task is. Be measurable as well from the internal customer and employees, and also the customers themselves. Tools of total quality management should also be known so that implementation is successful. Spoke earlier about some of the tools like fishbone diagram, other diagrams like the flow diagram, which shows causes and solutions, are very useful in total quality management. Everyone should know the benefits before total quality management and after as well. When implemented correctly, total quality management benefits are customer satisfaction, employee satisfaction, elimination of waste, continuous improvement, and overall profits for the company and workers. Thank you. I'll pass you over to Sean.
I'm Sean O'Sullivan, and I'm here to take you through some of the elements of TQM, which is Total Quality Management. To keep a company operation in place, a number of elements are put in for total quality management so that the company can strive. There are 8. Ethics, integrity, trust, training, teamwork, leadership, communication, and recognition. Starting off, ethics is the result of a situation and the discipline that will result. Good ethics will occur, which all the employees will follow. Integrity is what customers want when they're dealing with your company. It means honesty, fairness, and sincerity. Trust is what everyone needs in a company, because it encourages commitment and personal risk-taking. Training is also important, as employees can perform to their best once good training is achieved. It allows the business to receive up-to-date solutions to problems. Employees feel more comfortable in teams saying problems which they may have in the business. Leadership is one of the most important elements of TQM, because the leader has to give important directions understood by all. There has to be a real belief of all these practices as understood by the supervisor. Finally, there is recognition. Employees are trying to receive recognition for everything they do. This may be a note from the top management or a pat on the back. One of a supervisor's jobs is to recognise people who deserve recognition. And I'll put you over to Miss.
I'm Vincent O'Donoghue, and I'll be doing the characteristics of total quality management. The most important aspect of total quality management is customer satisfaction. Every activity a company engages needs to be with the customer in mind. For this process to work, you have to put the customer first in every aspect of your business. After all, the customer is number one. The employees are also very important. Without the right structure in place, they will not perform well and efficiently. Using teams of employees to improve the process. They must have required training and skills to fulfill their duties. They must also have suitable working conditions and tools to ensure quality in their work. A company should strive for accident-free work zone. Employees should also have a say in how to improve total quality management, as every improvement helps the company and should constantly keep striving for quality. Total quality management depends on positive leadership from all the higher ranks. Total quality management is discipline that only works when the entire company embraces it. This means that the upper management in the company has to embody the principles of total quality management. Prevention is also another major part of total quality management. The idea behind this is that it's more efficient to prevent faulty products that go back and having to fix them later. By implementing total quality management in a business, you will need to spend time examining your production process. If you do not produce products, you can prevent problems by spending extra time on the front end and analysing your business model. Another key component of total quality management is adaptability. Any business that practices this management discipline has to be able to adapt to the changing market. Every product market changes rapidly, and as you have to change your business practices to keep up, you need to be able to adapt so you can meet the customer needs on a regular basis. That is the end of our presentation.